you're here for a lesson about soccer. You knew that, right? So what do you know about soccer? What was your first thought when you heard that you're going to have a lesson about soccer?
You kick the ball into the goal.
Yeah, that's basically it. What else do you know? Have you seen any soccer games or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So there's different players, and the goal, you dribble with your feet and you kick it down the court.
Okay.
And you can pass your teammates, and the goal is to kick it in, and there's goalie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a goalie who's just defend the goal, and they try to keep it from going in the basket.
Yeah. The goal, yeah, the net. Perfect, that's perfect. Okay, so I brought 2 different kinds of balls because since we're indoor, obviously they play soccer outside, right?
Yeah.
So it's a different place, and this is a soccer ball. So this looks normal, right?
Yeah.
And it's bouncy. And so out on the field, it's lighter. So when you kick it, it flows easier in the air.
And it doesn't hurt as much to kick.
Yeah. So feel that one. Feel how light, right? It's a lot lighter. And then feel this one. I know it's smaller, so it might, but do you feel the difference?
Oh, yeah.
So this one, it's easier to kick on the floor inside.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't
bounce. It doesn't bounce. So that's called a futsal ball. Have you heard of futsal before?
Yeah, isn't it pretty much indoor soccer?
Yeah, it is. And indoor soccer is a little bit different because they play off the walls. And sometimes they have a turf. They usually have a turf field. And they play with a little bit bigger ball than that. So this one is a court ball. So they play with that inside on a court. And the difference between futsal and indoor soccer is that this is out of bounds. So they use this line, whereas indoor, they just go off the walls. Does that make sense? So it's like outdoor soccer, but inside, and it's less people. So we're gonna use this ball today, just because this one it will just bounce everywhere. It'll be hard to control. So let's start off. We're gonna start off just a little warm up. Just before you play soccer, it's important that you get your blood flowing, right? Every sport. Do you play any other sports?
Basketball, volleyball, track.
You're pretty athletic. Do you play any other sports, Emily?
Basketball. I don't know, basketball, track. That's pretty much it. But I'll play any sport.
That's awesome. I actually was practicing basketball with my husband last night, and he was teaching me everything, and I realized that I'm really bad. So I'm a lot better at soccer than I am at basketball, but I love to play too. So we're just going to take a jog around here, and then we're going to come back on this line, and we're going to just do a couple things back and forth just to get our heart beat moving. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's try. All right. She's in the lead. Very nice. Just one. Yes. Okay, so we're going to start on this line. So if you guys will come over here. And we're going to go to that line, and we're going to do high knees. Okay? And then we're going to do it back as well. And then when we get back, we're going to do butt kicks. Okay, ready? Stretch out our legs, just grab your foot if you can, or go as far as you can. I'm already out of breath. That's pretty bad. So stretch for a couple seconds.
Just chilling.
I know you're like,
We're all like,
we're so good. You get your blood flowing.
Mariah stays active. We have basketball practice once a week, right? And then
Usually Monday, Wednesday, games Saturday, but it varies on the league.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I wish I was more active, like I had more things. So what's the importance of a warm-up and stretching before you do any kind of activity?
Stretching helps get your muscles stretched so that if they move a lot, they don't get cramps and you don't get sore as
That's
easy.
perfect, yeah. So it prevents a lot of injuries, right? And it helps you to move even better during the game. So if you don't stretch, then you're kind of tight, and then you're stiff, and then when you're stiff, you could like roll your ankle or just get hurt easier, right? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's stand up and we'll do some quad stretches. Just grab your leg.
This is like,
So do you feel right there?
I used to do gymnastics, and we have to like do this on the beam.
Oh yeah. Perfect. Do you feel good? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna teach you one more stretch. Okay, so go like this. And I want you to go like that. Just like that. So this is an important stretch for soccer because it loosens up right here so that when you kick, it's not tight. So let's do the other one too. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's come over here. No, you're fine. Okay, so I have something for you. Let's see. So I just wanted to go over the layout really quick. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We can do this. So we can sit down. We'll sit down right here. And I'll hold on to this one. This one's yours, and here's your pen. Okay, so just looking at this, could you, so there's 11 players on each team, and they start off on different sides of the field, right? Okay. So, and you were saying that they have different positions. So just by looking at this, could you put all 11 players in their different positions? Show me what you know.
So I'm using someone that's like somewhere in this area.
Mm-hmm. So draw an X where you think a player should go and what their position is.
Yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Where else?
And I think they're supposed to stay kind of close to the goal and make sure that if they break through any of the other defenses, they can be there to help.
Yeah, that's perfect. So we'd call them defenders, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, where else should we have players on the court?
You should probably have one over here, guarding the person who's taking down the ball first, or
Yeah.
if you're running, if someone's got the ball and they're running down the court, someone to stop them
Yeah.
from getting there and make sure they can't just get a kick as soon as they run down.
Oh yeah, that's good. So this player, let's call them the midfield because they're in the middle of both the defenders and the people who play up, right? The forwards.
Yeah.
So they kind of protect them from going back, but they have protection of the goalie, right? So that's good. And then we have forwards, right?
Yeah.
So where would the forwards go?
Probably right here.
Like on the side? And this side?
Here. Then we might have another person like over here in this corner area. Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe like guarding over here because a lot of times people can do like kicks from angles.
Yeah, and they can get in the side. That's important. So there's one really important person that we saved for last. Who's that person?
The goalie.
Yeah, perfect.
It's right there.
Yeah, good job. And what's the goalie's job again?
The goalie's job is to keep other teams' balls out of the goalie range.
Yeah, good job. That's awesome. Okay, so this is a little printout of what it looks like. So these are all the different positions on the field. So this is just for one team. So you have the two forwards. So they're up. They're in charge of this area up here. So they make sure that everyone else passes to them, so that they can make a goal for the team. And then you were right. There are people in the middle and people on the outsides, and their job is to get it up to the forwards. And then you were perfect. Look at that. Look how perfect that is. So their job is to protect the goal. and you basically nailed that. Have you seen a soccer game before?
I've seen a few, like, I haven't seen any major games, but I've seen, like, a few recreational games.
Is it okay if we watch a couple?
Sure.
So I'll bring it down here and we can just sit on the floor and watch it. So I have we'll just watch a couple seconds of the 2 games that I picked out. And like I said, there's soccer outside, right? And then there's futsal, which is inside. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this futsal game and just watch them and watch them pass to each other and try and listen and see if I don't know if they talk to each other in this game, but listen for that, because communication and teamwork is like the main aspect of sports, right? Yeah, so let's watch this.
So is this played off the walls?
This isn't, so they can only play within the blue. So when they kick it out, instead of throwing it in, they just kick it in from the line. So what's this team doing that allows them to pass it to one another?
So they kick usually once to, like, stop the other. They kick it once, and then they, like, when they kick it to receive, they'll kind of kick it to stop, and then they kick it again to pass.
Yeah, that's good. And do you notice that these players are getting open for them? Oh, they just scored! So something really important is that we get open. So there are defenders trying to block us from getting into their goal, right? But when our player has a ball, we want to make sure that if someone's trying to protect their goal from us, we want to get open so that somebody can pass.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay, let's watch a soccer game. So this is the USA's women team. They're my favorite soccer team.
62 degrees for soccer.
So notice how it's a lot bigger. Yeah, so it's a lot bigger outside and smaller inside.
Who will be that partner for her, that partner in crime leading into the World Cup?
That's a huge question for the United States. I know Jill Ellis plans on rotating that forward with her, but she needs to have a main partner in crime up top. Someone that she develops chemistry with and someone she can run off of, because that's been lacking a bit in recent games.
Kristen Press getting a start.
So they start in the middle with the ball.
Start this day. Amber Hearn plays it back, and let's see what this New Zealand team does. They talk so much about possession, a quick turnover. Rubino looking for Alex Morgan. I don't know about you, but I'm curious to see how this New Zealand team handles this crowd here in the United States.
It's a huge opportunity for them. Tony Redding's the coach for New Zealand touched on it. This is replicating what they're going to see in the World Cup. They're not going to be able to hear him from the sidelines. So what can they do in this environment, in this pressure where they're pro-American? How do they handle it?
See how there was
Can they play out of it and play
them,
their style?
there were 4 of them taken down in, like, the position.
Okay, that's good. Good observation.
Ladue High School has played every minute of all the games.
So what's the difference between the futsal game that we watched?
This is a lot bigger, and they have more. They go down further before they pass.
Yeah.
Because in a futsal game, the court is small enough that they can just zigzag and they don't have to move very forward. But on this one, if they don't like that, it takes the whole game just to get the ball down the court. So they kick it farther this way.
Yeah.
Towards the goal going up is the keeper, Erin Naylor.
And that was a strong grab right there by Naylor. We weren't so certain about her prowess in the air, but she looked confident there. And
Is she on the blue team?
A good early opportunity for the United States.
It looks like she's on the United States team, so she's on the white team.
Amy Rodriguez getting that start up front with Alex Morgan. Brings it near side. Klingenberg
Is this
Rubino.
for the U.S.
Yeah. So this is the professional soccer team.
And this results in a
So just a few. So you notice how they'll say words like corner and back. So do you know what those mean?
So like it goes to the corner.
Yeah, so when the white players, their goalie, this is their line. So this is their defensive side of the court. So this is like this side. So if they kick it out on this side, then the other team gets an opportunity to kick from this corner into the goal. Does that make sense? But if the other team kicks it out, then the goalie kicks the ball up the court for their team.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing right here.
Megan Rapinoe will take the corner. Megan Rapinoe, with this start, gets her
Is this a hard
100th
kick?
career cap.
Yeah, watch her kick and see if she kicks it to her player or how effective this kick is.
Rapinoe goes
So she kicks it out. She doesn't even kick it in. So now it's
now for
the other
New
team's
Zealand.
ball.
Who are you rooting for in this game?
U.S.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Right there needs to
Is she on the U.S.?
She's on the other team. I think they're New Zealand. Yeah, so U.S. is white.
That's confusing because they're with that.
I know, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's some
just
rules,
saw
but
Megan
it is
Rapinoe.
blue.
She's the 31st player in
Okay. So that's kind of fun to like actually see it on the court, huh?
Yeah.
What did you learn? Like, what did you see from them that was effective for their team?
So they were passing. You didn't see very many interceptions, and they used their heads.
Yeah, they did.
Literally. And they had pretty good ball movement. Like they weren't just dribbling the ball the whole time. That they were passing forward down the court, and they moved the ball pretty fast. Both teams did.
Yeah, that's good observation. Do you want to go ahead and practice passing back and forth?
Sure.
With Emily? Let's go ahead and try that, and we'll just practice to get better. Okay, so when you're kicking the ball, for this drill specifically, I'm just going to have you kick it just like this, and then stop it like that, and then kick it with your other foot. So, perfect. So stop it like this, and then kick it with that foot. So go ahead and do that back and forth with Emily. Or you can keep it the same side. Whatever's easier. So just stop it once. So that's what we call two touch. So when you stop it and then you kick it, that helps you to get control of the ball. It's okay. Does that make sense? Why would you stop it before you kick it, Mariah?
That way you can get it like you can when you do it like that you can get it so you can hit it at the exact right angle. Because if you're trying to kick it while it's moving at the right, it doesn't go straight.
Yeah, that's true. So that helps you to control it and see where you're going to kick it.
And that's what they were doing.
Yeah, right. That's good. So go ahead and keep practicing with them a little bit. So do you feel like that's easier when you have more control? Like it helps you to have more control of the ball?
So you like, if I tried to kick it while it was in motion, it kind of skids off like that and
Uh-huh.
it goes wild.
Yeah.
You have to act a lot quicker.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like,
That's true. So it also gives them time, like pass it to me. So if I get it, so I'm focused on the ball, and then I look up to see if my player's open. So it gives me time to look and see who's around me, rather than just like when it's, so kick it to me again, Emily. So rather than if I get the ball, right, so she kicked it to me, rather if I did that, then I'm just kicking it, and I had a player open over there. Right, so you're right, it's ineffective if you just
and you don't know, unless you like, because sometimes you
Sorry.
don't know when someone's going to pass it to you. And then if someone's open right here, you all of a sudden get a pass, and you have to kick wildly and not have as good as aim because you don't know who you're going to aim for.
Yeah, that's really good observation. Okay, come over here to these cones. So here we're gonna just practice some, I'm gonna grab the ball. We're gonna practice some short touches. So if you want to stand on that side, I'll show you a little bit what to do. So we're gonna start on this line. So you're gonna stand, how about you stand in the middle? So I'm gonna go, like, you're gonna start with the ball actually. And then kick it to me on this side. So I'm gonna take it like this around the cone and kick it back to you. And then I'm gonna go over here and get it on this, the inside of the cone. So kick it to your here. And then I'm gonna take it like this and pass it back on the outside.
Oh, that's really fun.
Yeah, does that make sense? Okay, so let's try it one time. Take it to right here. And I'll take it and then pass it like that. And then one more. And then I'll pass it back. Okay, so do you want to kick it to her and have her practice? Sure. Okay. Sorry, Mariah. Can I show you something that will be a little more helpful? So Emily, if you kick it to me. So sometimes with futsal balls, it's easier if you go like this and you roll it like that and then kick it like that. Does that make sense? Okay, let's try that and see if it's easier for you.
Look at you.
Yeah. Wow.
That works a lot.
It does work a lot better, huh? Okay, perfect. How do you feel like you did in that one? Just okay, or do you feel like you did really good? You did okay. What do you feel like you could improve on?
Always receiving the ball like steadily and not kind of fumble with it,
Yeah, and that definitely takes a lot of practice, right?
and then kick it in the right direction.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. It'll take time to be able to do that, right? Have you played soccer before?
A little bit, not very much.
Yeah, so you don't have a lot of experience. So with something like that, it'll take time to learn, right? Yeah. So let's just practice. I'm going to set up a goal at the end, and we'll just practice you guys passing it back and forth down the court, and then shooting on me. Does that sound good? Okay. Since we don't have an even amount, we won't play a game, but we'll just keep practicing that. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll set this up. And Emily, if you'll sit on this side, and Mariah, you on that side, I'm gonna have you guys, I'm gonna have you run down the court, and she'll kick it to you, and you'll stop it, and then you'll wait for her to get a little ahead of you, and then you'll kick it to her, and then the same thing. Does that
So
make
it's
sense?
not going in motion.
Yeah, let's practice just like stopping and then seeing the other person, and then, unless, does that make sense?
That's fine.
Let me set.
Really, I'm not
And then you'll shoot Emily. Between these cones. Yeah. That was good. Okay, now take it, go ahead and go back and we'll do it again. You guys can go back and do it too. And do it while you're running. So do it in motion now. So kind of dribble with the ball a little bit. And then you shoot. Good job. Now do it again. Go ahead and dribble it back. Emily shoot.
Are we going back and forth with who's shooting?
Good job. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to do this one more time, but this time you're going to talk to each other. So when you're ready for the ball, you say, I'm ready, okay? Or you say, pass it to me or something like that, okay? And same with you, Emily, okay?
Okay.
Stopping the ball. Stop moving. Stopping the ball.
Hopefully there's not a class in there.
I think you're everyone. Okay, so, hey Mariah and Emily. So when you're open, I want you to say, I'm open, or I'm ready, or something like that, okay?
But I'm clearly open.
Or just say that you're ready then.
Oh, okay. I'm ready. No! That was my bad.
Hey Mariah, I want you to shoot this one.
Okay.
Okay? Hit it hard. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and go over there. And we'll just talk a little bit about. How do you feel like that went? Yeah? Good teamwork? You guys need water or do you? Okay. Go ahead and come over here and we'll. Okay. How do you feel like that was? What did you learn from that?
I make sure you stop the ball. And you get in control before you kick, otherwise it goes crazy.
Yeah. And you felt like that helped?
Yeah, a little
That
bit.
helped you to control it a little better? That's really good. So the important thing about soccer is to learn how to communicate with your team. So if we were able to play a game together and we were playing against like defenders and they were trying to get the ball from you, it'd be really important for you and Emily to communicate and say, hey, I'm open over here, so that when you get the ball, you can look to her voice and pass it to her. Okay. Right? So here, let's sit down. We'll just chat. So how does that relate to your life? Like, in what ways is it important to have teamwork and communication in your life?
I have to communicate because if you don't communicate, you can misinterpret, or like you can think, oh, I assume he meant this. I don't know for sure, but pretty soon you think you know it for sure, and you can be convinced that someone did something to you, or you did something to someone, and you can miscommunication, and they can end up. Both of them can be, oh, you abandoned me. Oh, you didn't want me, or like, oh, you didn't like me. So, like just communicating helps.
Yeah, it does. Those are really good examples of communication, actually. So that was really profound. Why do you think teamwork and working together, like in your family? You all have different roles, right? What are the different roles in your family?
My dad is the provider. He goes to work and he does jobs to put bread on the table. And my mom makes sure that all of her shape is safe and happy, and she's usually the home one who helps all the little girls and helps with homework and other stuff. And our kids as kids, our role is to be helpful to our family, help our parents with what they need, and just not be a drag and help.
That's really good. So I want to show you this. So if one person was on this court, say everyone was gone except for this person, and the whole team was against them, do you think that person would be able to be effective?
Not very much.
No, why not?
Because they don't have any big past, they have to do it all on their own.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's a lot harder to go one against all.
Yeah, and that's why Heavenly Father's provided us a family and friends and people around us that we're able to work together. And when we communicate with each other and we all do our different roles, like say the goalie came out of his box and he went in to score, he wanted to score a goal. Who would protect the goal?
Nobody.
Nobody, right? So we all have our specific roles that we're supposed to do. And in the family, if your dad just decided to stay home all the time, you guys wouldn't have bread on your table, right? I'm sure your mom would do something about that, right? But the cool thing about sports is that they're based off of a team. So when you work together, when you and Emily work together, that's how you can score a goal. When you're working towards the same thing, then you're more successful. Yeah? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you see that in the church too? Like we have a bishop and your women's leaders and...
And we can't wish for somebody else's role, you have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's the lesson today. I hope that you learned something or a lot or whatever. Yeah, and do you have any questions or anything? Anything you would like to learn or do before you go?
I think I'm pretty good.
You're good? Okay, cool. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Thank you for coming, Mariah. That was fun.
We should do like a go team go thing.
Ready? A little chant?
Mariah, you pick.
Go team, go.
You want go team go? Okay.
Go team, go on 3.
Okay. 1,
2, 3.
Go team go!
On 3!
On 3.
It's kind of a joke on our basketball team because there's one girl and he goes,